Coach Newsom, you and your program had some great performances at the Wartburg Invite last Saturday. How will your team carry that momentum into conference this weekend?
Well, obviously that's what we were looking for. I mean, we wanted to have a great meet. I mean, that's the start of really the championship part of the season with, our student athletes trying to fight for a spot to compete in in the championship. So that was our goal, and we were very proud of our kids, how they performed and how they competed. And really, in a lot of cases had to compete against each other and came out with some outstanding performances. So at the same time, telling the kids that this is part of what we do. This is our process, and trusting that process. I think some of our athletes, sometimes you start to panic a little bit. When they look back and reflect on what we accomplished last week, okay, it makes sense. We're where we need to be at the right time of the year. Surely we could have had them performing, 2 or 3 weeks ago at a high level, but what do that mean in terms of being able to do that and duplicate that at the championship part of the season? So on the men and the women's side, we were able to do some incredible things and put us in a good position going into this week for the conference meet.
Excellent. This weekend you host the Iowa Conference Championships. Which teams or other schools do you think you'll face the stiffest competition? Well,
obviously all the Iowa Conference schools. I mean, I think you look at the Iowa Conference as a whole. I mean, I think we have athletes across the board in each one of the programs in our conference. Obviously, Central is the favorite on the men's side because of the success of their distance runners and the success of Waverly native as a multier, and he's really talented and #1 multier in the country. And so, I mean, I think on the men's side, I mean, it's going to be tough. If you look at Dubuque right now on the men's side, they got a slew of sprinters that are freshmen, newcomers, and who are performing very well in the short sprints and as well as in the jumps. And so they will definitely, in my opinion, have an opportunity to compete for a conference championship as well. And then you can't the rest of the conference schools, they all have someone in places to compete in different events. And so on the men's side, I think obviously Central is a favorite, and we'll have to be at our best, and I think our men to be prepared to do that. On the women's side, again, I think looking across the board, there's some teams that have some athletes in multiple events that are performing well. Central got a group of sprinters that are competing well. I mean, they beat us at home in the 4x4 in our select meet, and that was a great opportunity for us to really kind of see where we at and understand that there's teams out there who are excited to come into this building and compete against us. And so I think that was a kind of could be, and we'll see if that was a turning point for us in terms of us kind of refocusing our attention on what we need to do and how we do things here. So on the women's side, I think that you got Central. I think you have Loris is looking good and has some good distance runners and sprinters. So I mean, it's wide open.
Sounds good. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.